45 minutes left in the trading session and left in the week for that matter. Let's have a look at how things are shaping up as we head towards the end of the week here. S&P 500, 0.8% to the upside. Nice day for the Dow as well, about 0.5%. It has been the NASDAQ all day. Tech stocks leading the way, 1.75% currently. You can see here in Toronto, we're about 0.5% to the upside. Still a little negative at the bottom end of the board here, guys, for cryptocurrencies. Lots to get through, though, in the last 45 minutes of the day.
Yes, sir, and it's the fastest. That's a different shot to come into, guys. The fastest 45 minutes coming through here. There was just a bit of a headline. Wall Street's banks are going to rein in shorts on some of the hedge funds. I'm watching NBIS. We got a couple of positions on here. One of them is Workhorse, which is against me. We'll get to that in a quick second. That was trying to break down, and of course, we have seen some price action. AMC was pretty interesting, but I'm watching very closely on NBIS. This came off of like a 23 all the way back down to the morning breakout price of 19 even. Now it's bouncing into VWAP here. You can probably see where I'm going with this. It puts in another lower high. I'm trying to catch a rollover. Got to be out of these trades by the end of the day, so you might see some quick time action on all of these plays, but had to just quickly pay for shorts, literally less than a cent a share. So once again, day trader will thank you for the easy to board. The quick locates, the cheap locates. Just got some NBIS here. I got 3 positions on. I was all long AMC. Now I've like shorted each one of these. So I got 3 shorts on. I had my first short in AMC just before we came on air here today after only longs. Sentiment turning around on some of the meme stocks, John, but the market itself is booming.
Yeah, we're short here, AMC, but I did want to go, if we can go to that shot there, Lucas, I want to show what @TraderTV Randy did. So you can, I don't know if you can see it, but it's Ford and then there's AMC beside it, because you know what? Right here, I'm going to shout you out right now, Phil. Thank you to Phil, if you can come on my screen here, shipping me sticky notes. There we go. Shipping me sticky notes here from Amazon. Thank you so much, Phil. I say sick, man. Thank you so much. Let's go. Sticky note revolution is now on. Thank you to Phil for sending these. So there it is, man. Not only are we making the trades, but now we're also getting funded by you guys as far as sticky notes are concerned. Thank you so much, Phil, for that. Okay, so let's go into AMC here. It does break that very bottom. We are getting super excited. It goes in the money for us about $1. We don't do anything about it, and because I'm thinking it's crashing. And now, bang, bang, bang. So let's see if we wind up taking a little bit of an L here on AMC, because it seems like it didn't want to take that bottom out. So I just wonder, heading into the weekend, I know it's going to be another big box office weekend, most likely. So, you know, AMC could start to have a little run up here into the close. But hey, we're going to take this out if it gets back down to 47. We're short 47.50. You know, after that false break there, if it tests it again, then great. But I don't know if we need to hold to see that test. So we'll wait to see what happens. We're going to get a piece out at 47, and then we'll just see what happens. But if it fails again, then we're going to get out. Obviously, my out's going to be upside here somewhere, 51.50, 52, something like that. If we rip into the close, then we'll be out of this. So we'll wait to that. But that's my AMC position, and that's all that I'm looking at right now. Nvidia still at that 7 bills, man. Ford going to the downside, and a ripper Palantir today up 2%.
Yeah, and look, I mean, it's like AMC's right at that 48. It was the first short I put on because that was morning support. So I like that spot here. If you're short in front of it, it's a good level. You talk about that 49. If it comes into 50, I'd probably still lean into that side of the trade. I mentioned I do have that Workhorse position, which was about the same time as AMC was breaking down. I mean, I saw an opportunity in Workhorse, if we can get over here to it. I saw an opportunity in Workhorse where it was trying to break this level, trying to hold below 13 even as well. So this consolidation is a bit different because clearly you have a weaker name. I also have this ADMP, which, you know, I was trading it only to the short side all morning long. It eventually made a recovery. Look, it went down to 90 cents. I was shorting from 105 to 108. And now right back to $1. You know I like these things when they stay penny stocks. Got some out at VWAP here at 98 when I shorted 1 and 101s. I'm going to continue to hold this one into like 95 and then hopefully down into 90 even. But it's Workhorse that could be the concern here. If that breaks 13, I got to get out of it and then hunt for a long trade. Brendan?
Big mover from the morning, guys. LPTH just popping back up on the radar here. Just made a day high there above 320 on a volume spike. So Light Path Technologies may not be done yet.
There's lots of stock to look at here. BlackBerry on the way down, hovering around 14. So there's that stock. You know what? I might just give up. I mean, I think the longs are going to win out here on AMC probably. It's bouncing around 48. I feel like if it would have crashed, it would have already. We still have the imbalances coming out. They'll be out at 350. That hasn't been too much on AMC lately. Remember, today's options expiry, so I mean, I would think this thing would trade back up to 50 at some point just to test that level, but who knows, man? It's bouncing around 48. 300 million shares today, and yeah, a lot of shares holding out. There's no short squeeze anymore. I mean, if this was a short squeeze, we wouldn't be doing 300 million shares. I mean, if you're short on this, you could get out basically in 2 minutes here just by marketing this up and probably get all the shares you need. So right now, here goes AMC backing through 49. Let's see what it does at 50 here, and then we'll make our decision around that level. So here it comes back to the upside. 49, yeah, 50 is probably going to break here, so watch out for your AMC shorts, guys.
Yeah, definitely. I have to watch for my workhorse. I feel like if one goes, both are going to go here. I see people, at least a couple people, talking about Virgin Galactic. Look, it's kind of barcode. I mean, there was this little breakdown here, and you're trying to look at this positive to negative story. There was a monster flush at 11 o'clock, of course, but it's recovered since then. If it cannot hold, and you start to look at this 31 area, I'd be a little bit more concerned with a 30.75 down here, and maybe think about like a 31.25 stop for that short side of the trade. But as you can already see, I'm shorting MVIS on a pop, but 2 pennies, 2 or 3 cents away from getting stopped out on a short in workhorse. And I just, for the first time, like I was mentioning when we came on here, for the first time reversed into thinking shorts. It's been all longs. I have 44 executions on AMC. One of these, well, I mean, I shorted here twice. I liked it a lot, so we got that 48 a couple times. So everything else has been a long. As we get into 50 here, it's going to be hard not to want to have a rollover in front of 50 even, right? So you might have to give it a couple of cents above that particular price, but I got to take a shot at it. It's just that penny stock that's working to the short side, though. So adding another one, could be a precarious position, but I'm going to find myself in it if this gets to 50.
Yeah, I think when it gets to 50 at this point. Ford right now, not a great day. It's down 0.53%, but we will be talking about our trade of the day. That's going to be after. You can watch us discuss this and where this trade happened and what we were doing while looking at Ford here today and able to make a decent amount of cash on Ford's one of my top stocks today. Actually, it is my top stock now that I look at it. Ford right here, nice little trade there, so we'll talk about that. And if you go back just a little bit here on Ford, we're at some of these levels now. It's been so strong, and that's what we talk about here on the trade of the day. This is a 20-minute chart. I don't really want to buy this until we get back into 1550 right now. It's chopping around. We've made these highs, including in the pre-market today, brought it back down to 16, just like we said it would there on the sticky note. And now, I don't know. I just think I'm not going to be buying Ford. Normally I dip into this. So this is a nice little VWAP here on the 20-minute. But until then, I'm waiting for 1560 to come in on Ford. Maybe on Monday we get an opportunity to buy this thing pretty cheap. But for right now, we'll wait on Ford. I mean, it's just been such a big run. Even if we break some of these levels, look, I've been stuck in Ford the last couple of times trading it. It doesn't have big moves at the end of the day. So we'll have to wait on that. Microsoft at 251 as well. SNDL down 14%. So some things moving. What is this BBIG? That's moving like crazy now as well. Well, that's a NASDAQ stock. Big Lots, I guess?
No, that's Vinco. I think we talked. I think we covered that when I think Brennan brought it to us. We didn't trade it. We didn't trade it. But we covered that in the morning show. And I know, well, if it's on my list, that means Brennan talked about it because I know I wasn't watching it this morning. Double top here at 5 even. I actually do remember this because I think we mentioned that this 5 even level on the daily chart here. So the fact that you're actually getting a double top after a couple of failed breaks, oh baby, that's a good setup. I've just talked myself another. I just got stopped out at 13 on Workhorse. And then, of course, I'm in the MVIS. I'm looking over here at AMC, which is still at 49, not 50. And now all of a sudden, I want to be short something else, BBIG, off this 5. And look at that trend. It's a pretty clean-up trend. I'm trying to tell myself I shouldn't do it and back off a little bit. But the one I'm holding on, ADMP, that just broke VWAP. I'll still take some more shares out in front of 96. But I really think this has the chance to be down at like 90 to 92 by the end of the day. I mean, this is also the end of the week. It's down 14%, getting absolutely crushed. This is a multi-day move. And a big-time retracement. These are levels. If it breaks this was yesterday's pullback in a 90 cents. I mean, if it can't hold that price, I mean, next week this thing could be back down to 70 cents pretty quick. Brendan?
More day highs for this one, guys. DocuSign just popping back up on the radar here as well through 232. More volume coming in at the end of the day here. What a move for this thing today off of earnings. 19% now for Docu.
Yeah, we talked about DocuSign yesterday and how we thought that was going to be a good one, and it was. So we'll hit confetti for that. Anybody that took that advice there on DocuSign. Don't take my advice on AMC, obviously, as there it goes back to the upside. So, you know, not too heavy. We'll take another shot at 50, but yeah, this breaks 50, 51, 52. Let's see, man. I mean, it's not out of the question that we can retrace. I mean, not retrace, but just continue to make this move back to the downside. Just thought it was weak here on these 50 breaks. It kept going. Eventually, when it broke, you see a big time movement to the downside. That's why we're short. But, you know, whenever you're short AMC, you always feel like you're on the wrong side because you have been on the wrong side for a very long time with that trade. Let's just check back in on Workhorse. I mean, sometimes you wish you would hold some of these shorts. Workhorse right there, short at 15 today. Got it out 15.50. Then our last out right at 14 for that dollar. But all the way down, man, to 12.50. And that was another name that was on our breaking spot here for our sticky note, which we had 13.50 as a breakdown level here. For Workhorse on the sticky note. So you can see we have, it doesn't matter, we had Ford back to 16, and then there's the Workhorse one there as well. But yeah, whatever. We're not in this one right now. Does it to continue to go? Maybe if Workhorse takes this out, 13.40. Not only is 13.40 rate these highs right here, okay, but it also is a clean break of this VWAP. So we really like that. Again, volume weighted average price is what we're talking about. Just takes the average, divides it with the volume, then you get that price, and then plots it out. And so generally speaking, when we're down here, it comes back up to VWAP, then you get that break. So we'll wait to see here. 13, yeah, I'm going to try this one, guys. 13.35 if we get it. We're still a while away.
And yeah, I mean, I just sat there. It's like, should I do it? Should I do it? Randy yelled out, just do it on BBIG because it looked good in the daily chart double. It's already down 50 cents. I'm not shorting it after it just fell 10%. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, man. I'd be chasing it way too far. We are standing on shaky ground, and we're close to the edge. The ledge. Let's see if I know the edge. Anyways, AMC, that's going to be right here, 49.17. I actually want to add to this trade, if I can, to the short side off of 50 even. But if we're going to get a rollover, I think this is where it's going to be. 49, I was longing off this support a couple of times here, basically in the morning. 48 to 49 was a great level. So I think that target area, 48 to 49, is where you want to get that entry point with around a 50 stop. And if it comes to the bottom, all kinds of support at 45, 46. Yeah, that MVIS is going the other way. You want it to be one way, but it's going to go whichever way it wants to. If we break 2090 to this 21 area, I got to dip out of this trade. The sword we're going to die on, it looks like, is going to be the short side. I got to find myself a long. This is ridiculous. If 50 breaks, I mean, I don't know. We staring at a 52, 53 on AMC. Is MVIS also going to break towards the top? And then if you just picked on the small cap ones, like it's ADMP and then shorting in BBIG, instead of the squeeze stocks, you'd be absolutely laughing here. So lesson learned, don't fight these other ones. Don't fight these meme ones or these squeeze ones. Just stick to the regular game. If this thing gets and holds below VWAP, this could absolutely tank to $4. So I'm looking for a consolidation. BBIG, that's the one that got away for sure. Brendan?
Another afternoon mover here, guys. Just looking for news on this. Don't see any, but FTech popping up here. It was about 3 o'clock or so. On volume. So we're on our way to $3 here, up 35% for Fuel Tech, guys.
I want to say what's up to Cuckoo Kachu here, talking about it being a smooth 100 degrees Fahrenheit in Vegas. So I've been to Vegas. I mean, the problem with Vegas, obviously, is that 100 might feel like 500. And then I tweeted out, or not tweeted, just put it there. We're a nice little 75 degrees right now. I think that's pretty good and pretty comfortable here for Toronto. We get really humid as opposed to the dry that you get down there. If you've never been to Toronto, then you may not have experienced humidity like this. But come to Toronto if you get a chance, guys. Come see our trading floor when we're open again. Not unfortunately, but here in Ontario, we are still closed, basically. I mean, we just got lifted, I think, the stay-at-home order. Can you believe that? Like, just lifted 2 days ago. We're able to go outside of our homes. Unbelievable. Okay, look at this news, Brendan. Did you want to bring up this story exactly again? Because Square announced that, hey, not only are they, trading with the Cash App, crypto, but they're going to start, I think it was, what was it, a wallet? They're going to start having a hard wallet for you guys there in Square. So that gets that monster move up to 217. And then, even when I heard the story, which is why Brendan's going to come with it, I was like, that doesn't seem like that's great news. But all the way back then, look, I love Square, and I'm going to continue to buy that on any dips, a little bit more than this. But let's go to Brendan for the story.
Well, I can show you the headline here, guys. Just a tweet. It was Jack Dorsey tweeting, apparently, that they're considering a hardware wallet for Bitcoin. So I guess that's why it's come, basically all the way back now. But yeah, a huge pop on Square today.
Yeah,
absolutely. And
I guess it's a tweet, right? That's probably why it came back down. Maybe it's not official.
Mike, we don't know when the traders come back in. I mean, everything's so up in the air around here. We're going to make a firm decision on that at some point in the future, but who knows what's going on in Ontario? And you had to don't bring up Vegas around me, Sean. You know my sore point with Vegas. I'm like the only trader on the planet who's been trading for a long time who has never been to Vegas. I've paid for a trip to Vegas. I've been invited to the Playboy Mansion back in the day to go to Vegas, and I've never actually been to Vegas. So that's my sore point there. At some point, it's going to happen for me. At some point, I'm going to get blown out of this short on. I just had to start shorting AMC, of course. All day long, I have like 40 executions, and they're all to the long side, except for right here. And here comes 50. It's about to get blown out any second now. My hands are off the keys, so I don't resist the temptation to cancel my stop. If it breaks, I just got to get it out of this one. You cannot fight the tape here, guys. Both NBIS and AMC shorting. Clearly the wrong decision. Buy every dip, because if we bought 46, like I was saying in my prep this morning, buy in front of 46. It never happened, and then when it does, I'm shorting into it. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, not a lot of sense. And I'm with you. So that's why we can make fun of ourselves a little bit here. People talking, you just talked about NVIS, so I'm not going to look at it. People are talking about that, though, on the chat. And look, we're going to look for a lot of different names here, guys. There it goes, breaking back up, AMC back through 50. It did resist. I mean, we can just look at AMC here. I mean, it just did resist that. We added to the short, but it's going to take us out eventually on the upside here, 51.50, something like that. I don't even know where is my short. Yeah, it's higher. So we'll wait to see if it goes up through 51 and then punch
Randy,
out of
you
this
should
one.
sit here, man. Like, seriously, but like Randy was like, do it, short BBIG, and it's like I short MVIS, which is like 20 cents out of the money. I was shorting Workhorse, which stopped out 25 cents out, and then I shorted AMC, and that stopped out losing $1. And then BBIG.
Find your long button. If you just put the buy button, you can get it. But remember, Trader TV Randy, I'm not sure has too much day trading experience. So let's keep it to us here.
You've traded before, Randy.
He's traded before. Yeah, well, we'll get Randy on at some point, guys. Okay, here's the fade back in. Our average price 48 right now. It seems like monkey trading sometimes around here, guys. That's what we call when you're just going like doot 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 doot, hitting the keys back and forth. Today's only. I only have 33 fills on AMC. Yesterday we had 100 each. I don't know how many you have today.
I got 49, but if it was 44, then I wouldn't have given some back there on AMC. I'm telling you, man. I was fighting AMC all morning long, and this is you shouldn't care about like positive and negative or whatnot, but I was fighting all morning long. Finally found a groove by being patient and then waiting for the dips and doing some good scalping, and then the short was good, and then I had to double down on it here, which makes no sense. I think I'm going to buy the dip in front of 46 if it comes. I just don't think it's going to happen.
46?
No, into 46. Ooh. So, you probably have to look at this cluster here at 48 first. Like, when I was longing into 49.
I'll take a 48.
I started at 51.50, then I longed at 51, again at 51, then at 50, then I was long at 49, just scalping all the way down. So when I say long into it, I'm talking buying every single cluster and scalping $1.50 each time.
Yeah, Samuel, stop shorting AMC. Yeah, you're 100% right. You don't worry, Joshua, what we have in our own personal accounts. Remember, all we're doing here is day trading, guys. Like, we are flat at the end of the day. These are not, I know there's other channels out there where they're talking about only AMC, and that's cool. I respect those guys as well. But the thing is that we're day trading here. We're getting in and out. Like, I have over 300 fills today, including all of the stocks, right? We traded BlackBerry, AMC, Ford, Workhorse. So we traded a few different names today, and I don't have any problems losing on some of these trades. That's going to happen, and we're just trying to find great opportunities. And really, we could pound the pavement to go upside, try to get this cheer going on. We actually have a pretty cool graphic. Shout out to Rob, who I know is working on something else right now, but we have this AMC ape graphic that you guys wanted us to create. And look, we've been long for a very, very long time on AMC on the show, and we don't have a problem doing that. Look, this is the first short all day right now. All of these are all longs, including how how much I loved a 55 long that didn't work, right? And then we were long, and we're out. Like, these are all longs, and these are all outs higher. So, you know, there's nothing, I love the long. It's just, I really thought that we were going to fail here at 50. Obviously, going short into this teeth was bad, but we averaged it in, hoping that we would come back down. It did retrace back. It did put this position into the profit or about flat. But yeah, this last one is a desperation fill. Okay, normally you'll never see me go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we did get some out right there, right? We did get some out right there at 47.62. So there are outs here on this on the board. It's just, you know, we thought that there could be a big home run hit coming in, and we're only out of the money $1. This is not like crazy talk here on AMC, but let's see if it does come back in. And if it gets to 48, man, we'll get some out for flat. There it is, 8 gang.
I'm not really hitting that for long, but like this is one of those, and I talk about this all the time in all seriousness. Like when you actually chart your trades and you talk about your wins and losses, anytime you see this where you have like a level, a double top here, I mean, it was a single top off 2090, and I was mentioning to you guys, roll into the short, breaks VWAP, my stop is going to be at 2090. I threw it in there. You can actually see in the line in the chart, this is the wick up to 2089. Like, I'm 1 cent away or a couple of pennies away from getting stopped out. So I'm not going to give towards some else. It comes back to break even or just slightly past that. I'll loosen the position off because there's less time in the day and I have to get out. Even if this trade turns out to be a winner, I know how close it was to a loss. Some of this is blind luck with stop placement that's so obvious like that. Time of day is a bit of a factor here, but you always got to get lucky a few times. If you get the directional right, sometimes the luck works in your favor. But I'm telling you, like that was 1 or 2 cents away from stopping me out. It was an obvious level. Somebody see me put it in there. That's just almost a bit of a fluke. If it comes back further, I'll take more out in front of 1980. I don't think we're breaking 1920. It feels like these stocks are entirely too strong for that to happen. So you don't want to fight the tape too hard. I'm glad I didn't reverse into AMC. But the only thing since we've been on for like 20 minutes here that's made any sense.
We got to get Randy off this.
I know Randy's crazy about it.
We got to get Randy off. I mean, it's just so it's too funny. Randy running the board. Oh, but there are requests. I know we're going to go to Brendan in a second. There are requests, Randy, for another Randy's Automotive. What are they called? I don't know. Anyways, go ahead, Brendan.
The only guy that comes on our show that has its own intro. Like, we had to make a special, customized intro for Randy.
The problem is he's not running the board. There he is.
Like,
your mask is on wrong there, champ.
I'm pretty sure that's not how you wear a mask.
I can't even. Like,
I mean, what is even going on here? We're trading real money here, Randy. Go ahead, Brendan.
Tata Motors, guys, TTM. What a day this thing's had. 6.25% here, just made a day high. On a significant volume spike. Not really seeing anything in the way of news for TTM, but big day for them so far today, running into the close.
I love that mask on top of head. That's like some revolutionary stuff
doing
right
with
there.
that?
Good job on that one, Randy. Take it away, Neil. I don't really have much going on here.
Look, I just got the MVIS. Like I said, it means it's a bit fluke-ish that we don't get stopped out, but now it's starting to run down. I'm not going to move my target too far here, but next one at 80, and we'll probably get the rest out in front of 1930 or so. Look, we got 20 minutes until the close, still 13 minutes. We can maybe think about some breakout trades. I was looking just now at LEDs just to see if it was having any continuation. It's not, but there was this dip level. It dipped into like 2050 here off the open. Well, I mean, it had a big move off the open than that, but dipped into 2050 before making the move to 29. You kind of feel like if it takes this out in the next few minutes, there's a shot at a good little short here on LEDs. Still up 40%. LEDS, and if it breaks this level, which it's been holding for the last 30 minutes, why not have another short on here? Because it seems like I can't find a single long that I like.
Okay, so an absolutely great question from Rizvan here. Thank you so much, Rizvan. It helps. I mean, even the $5, they thank you for the super chat, but it does help us see this question. So when breaking view up to the upside, what do you look for before placing your trade right away, or do you wait for confirmation? So what was that one stock? There was one stock, was it Palantir, that we were looking at that had the view up possible break? Yeah, this is not a great one, but okay, what was it? Was it Ford? It might have been Ford. No,
I don't think Ford broke.
Ford. Anyways, I can't remember what it was. Okay, so basically, to answer your question, it was Workhorse. That's what it was, Workhorse. So let's go over to that. Let me just click it on my quote board here and get it back up for you guys. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so this is the thing here. So I don't take all breaks on VWAP, right? I think Rizvan, you don't do that. You don't just go, okay, it's going to break VWAP, therefore we go long. I mean, sure, it would have worked up here a little bit, but the point is, I look for some other form of confirmation. Okay, so what that could be here are these double, triple. I guess it's just a double top right here. So if you get that, confirmed with a VWAP break, then this is what I'll do. I'd rather go long off this break right here, 1340 because of these tops, and then we can use this VWAP of 1325 or so as protection to the downside, because then if it comes back down and breaks it, then we know that, okay, maybe we do revisit 13 again. So I wouldn't necessarily use it in this situation as a break up, but you can do that. Like, I like to see a little bit something else. It's not just like a one-hit wonder volume weighted average price. I kind of just make sure that, hey, look, we do get through all of this garbage here between 13 and 1320, and it helps that we have VWAP just chilling out here. So that's one of those examples of where I think it's good. And then even if we go back over to Palantir, and I'll show you why I don't think it's as good here, basically for the same reason, like there you go. Even if you break VWAP right here at 24.10, let's say, you still need to get past all of this stuff up here because we've already stopped and go at 24.15. So we've already had these plays here. So to me, that break is not significant enough because you could break it, you go long, and then you stall out here, and then you start retracing back. So I like to see multiple things on board there, like this kind of a break to the downside. So what I would use now if I was biased short on Palantir, I would use this as my target where I'd get out. So that's sort of a little bit of talk on VWAP. I think we have some videos out on that. If we don't, we're in the process of making a whole bunch. You'll see a bunch get released this weekend as well, guys.
Yeah, that was basically as perfect as that was an explanation. All I heard was when you said one-hit wonder. I'm like, so VWAP now is Skilo to me. That's going to be my nickname for it because I wish I was a little bit taller for certain. I'm the shortest man in the crew here. This BBIG, I found myself along. The stock that tanked. Look, it bounced here at 420. Legitimately, it bounced at 420. There was also support here at that particular price, not just making that one up. So nice little idea for a bit of a long around this 440 area in front of that 420. And I just mentioned on the chat here, AMC, forget about a 50 break for me. I actually want to see it crack like 50 and a quarter. It's already failed once. Like this is getting stopped out here when I had that short. Went to about like 10 and then a little bit of a fail break and fall back in. It's going to need to show it can hold above that price or break a little bit further out before I want that long trade, guys. So if you can buy the dip in front of 46, if it really flushes in the next like 5-10 minutes or so, maybe I'll be able to catch that kind of a dip. Taking profit on MBIS makes some sense. I was in too early, but if you got the pop in front of that stop area 2090 and had a better entry price like I should have had at 65 to 80, then for sure it makes a lot of sense that maybe you're all out of it. I'm still holding for a bit of a deeper rollover here on the off chance that this thing can actually flush into 1920. Not a heck of a lot that I want to chase. AMC starting to come downside here, so watch it. It's at 48, looking for the bid in front of 46. They'll probably start it at 47 change.
Okay, so here we go, guys. We're back in the money. We just took some out there for a loss. Don't get me wrong. We took it out at 48.50. What was my average price? 48, right? So now we'll come back to the downside. We sat there just like we said we would, guys. We said that we would put it out at 48.50 there right before this sort of consolidation. Maybe I can zoom this in a little bit more here. Right before a lot of this needs to get broken. So we'll wait. We just take that out. Now we're coming back to the downside. So our average price now 48.35. Look, I'm never going to apologize for getting on into positions that I think are going to be good. But I do understand that right now, especially with the nation of traders that are out there, some people do get upset when we do go short some of these names. But hey, I'm trying to feed the family, guys, and we're going to make some money here on AMC. As long as it goes to the downside, let's go. And remember, these are not our personal accounts, guys. Like I had AMC $2 calls way back in the day, right? And there's traders here that are long GameStop in the hundreds, things like that, just like you guys are. So let's just keep everything as real as we possibly can here on the show. And again, thank you, Rizvan, man. Great question. And I love the support on the chat. People saying that's the best $5 ever. Hey, look, we'll keep answering them, so keep bringing them up, especially on this show when you have a little more time. Oh, Q&A. How about that? How about this for a segue? Q&A. Let's call it up quickly before I throw to Brendan. Throw to Brendan now, and we'll get this up for you.
All right, just going to have a look for Shift Pixie, guys. PIXY. Not really seeing anything at first glance. I'll keep looking, but big mover here in the past couple of minutes, skyrocketing. In fact, this thing was doing absolutely nothing all day. Just ripped through 350 there for PIXY, guys.
And just so you guys know, MBIS, 100K buyer at 20 even. If I see that at this time of day with only 15 minutes left to go, I'm going to take a little bit of profit. Forget about an extra 10 cents. I got to take another third out of this trade. If we flush, we flush. Fair enough. Look, AMC did not come down far enough. That Pixie has got to be one to be watched. If something is actually moving going into the close, that's where you want to be. You jump right into these levels, 370 up into $4, that's where you would expect a possible turn to come. We're pennies away from that particular price range. So, if it gets before 350, I like that trade. I want it in that target range. I want it not breaking 4 even. Those are the key things here. And of course, I got to make sure we actually have those locates. So Pixie on the run should be a decent one, but MBIS still holding that 100,000 bid. That's legit, and it's still holding the level. Back to Brennan.
This is a pretty cool video, actually. Sorry, guys, I just want to update this Shift Pixie story. They posted this video on their Instagram. So if you want to check it out, one of their employees testing their new drones. So I guess it's like a VR or AR type of drone technology for Shift Pixie. So that's causing this move in the stock, guys.
Show that video again. That was pretty cool. Yeah, Shift Pixie, we'll look at that. AMC, we're still watching it as well as it's trying to make some moves, man. We're short right here at this level, so we'll wait to see. But we do have coming up for you guys on Monday is a Q&A with Arun. So you want to talk futures, levels, technical analysis, things like that. We'll be here. What's our favorite movie? Things like that. If Neil wishes he was taller, a baller, or even a shot caller, you can ask him all of those questions
not a baller.
On Monday, and it's for all of you. So here we go, guys. It'll be exciting. Only 15 minutes left. Let's check quickly on the Toronto imbalances here.
You had to bring it up, man. Like, my brother is like 6'3". I got cousins that are like
what do you mean brought it up?
I am literally like the shortest male in my family. It's actually pretty crazy.
Didn't
I'd be
you
a
say
baller
you wish you were a bit taller?
You know what? The funny thing is, I clown on Skilo, but like that's a legit song, man. That's a good one there.
Well,
whoa! There we go, MBIS. Hey, I can't do that thing where I look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm gonna go ahead and take this trade off if I can get like that 75 range. I mean, I should have been like this should be a $1 winner, but I started too early. So it doesn't matter that I started too early. I gotta take this profit off when it comes down in here. There was a buyer at 20 that seemed like it was legit. There's some strength coming into this market. The dip never came back in as far as I wanted on AMC, so I gotta take this winner off on MBIS if I can catch it. Got a little bit lucky, I think, with this one. Sloppy entry, good stop area for resistance at least. That's the only thing bailing me out.
6 foot gang, people tweeting or people mentioning that. That's funny. Okay, CNQ right now. Okay, small bid in Toronto. I just want to show this up to you because we talked about showing the imbalances, and this for Toronto, some of these names, nothing. So we'll wait to see. Again, imbalances, very, very important as you look at rebalancing days. So come back to us every day, but more exciting days for the rebalancing of the quarters and things like that when the S&P rebalances and so on and so forth. MSCI, you guys have probably heard of those. You can look them up, quadruple witching, things like that. That's when it really gets spicy.
You know what's actually funny? Someone just asked, like, how tall are you? I'm 5'10" and 3/4. And you're gonna remember this, Sean. When there used to be conference calls when you owned a trading floor within the company, just talking about new systems or whatever the updates were, and it would always end the same way. One guy would always ask on the chat, he'd ask whoever was doing the call at head office, how tall are you? And that would signal the end of everything. So I don't mind. Yeah, I'm under 6 feet. I can live with it. It's fine. But you know what? I dunked in high school, so deal with that.
Why do you? Why do you have to defend your height? I mean, I don't think you have to worry. I don't think you have to worry about that. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Let's go. Yeah. So what I was trying to get at before was I can't even remember anymore. So this is what happens when Randy comes here. Honestly, it's like a big craziness thing. Oh yeah, DocuSign 232. Anybody that was long DocuSign today, it's making these tops right now. So just watch out. This is what I wanted to show you guys right here. We talked about DocuSign in the morning. It was on our watch list. I talked about it yesterday that we were going to probably break out on a great report. Here it comes, DocuSign right now, doing some barcode dancing right now. So just watch out if you are stuck in this as a day trade. I mean, if you're swinging it, then I'd hold it because big momentum today. I mean, you're already in the money, 20%. You may want to take it out, but watch out for 231 to break on the downside here of Docu. And then I'm just going to probably get out of AMC very, very soon, man. We're back to flat on this name. It dipped down as low as 47.50 there. I'm going to put a bid at 47.50. If we're lucky enough to catch that dollar, we'll take it out. But otherwise, man, it keeps on bumping to this 50. Almost there. It went to 49.70 on that play. And then right now we just got back up to 49.40 or so. So we'll have to watch out. If it comes back down to 47.50, I think that's a pretty good out for us here as it's just bouncing around. Only a minute and a bit until we see the NYSE imbalances. The NYSE imbalances could absolutely rocket this thing. The AMC comes out as a bid, guys. That means that the market on close orders are buys. Okay, so that would shoot this thing up. What up, B?
MongoDB, software maker, MDB, just popping back up here on volume. Day highs, guys, 315 just broke there on a huge volume spike. They reported aftermarket yesterday, blew out. Great quarter for this company. So day highs here, running into the close for MongoDB.
Shouldn't have been going on about my height there. Probably should have been actually paying attention to Pixie. So, Brendan brought Pixie to our attention. We called it up. We saw the opportunity. And much like BBIG, we did absolutely nothing. $3.60 to $4, a target range in there. Once it enters there, you want it to come out. You stop at 4. It goes right up to 385. Gives a little bit of a stall out and hangs around the 70s here, giving you an entry point. Now it's at 350. So that setup was absolutely perfect. At least MVIS is working out, but that's clearly a bit of a missed opportunity. That's the thing. Like, you don't care when you lose on an A+ setup. A setup that you really like. What you should care about is when you don't get the trade. So that's one reason why we're not happy about DocuSign this morning. But Pixie as well, that was a good opportunity. It looks like the imbalances just came out. And I don't see anything obvious here. None of the big names look like they've stepped up here, Sean. And AMC not doing much.
Okay, good. Okay, I'll show them actually. I didn't get them up for you guys here. So right now, yeah, oops, there it is. So as you can see, it doesn't look like there's that much going to be a good call there. Not much on the imbalance. Rig, VC, Glasgow, Mosaic. Oh, PaySafe. What up, PaySafe? PaySafe finally starting to go a little bit here. We've loved PaySafe long time, and yeah, this is what it's been doing. You guys know this was BFT. This is one of the SPACs that we're in right now. Forget about this. Our charts don't roll over the symbol from STIC, so it's been a rough go since it came a name. But again, there's that magical 10 spot, guys. Like, a lot of these names come out at 10 or go down to 10 and then seem to bounce. We have Fisker is another example of that kind of a movement to the downside and then bouncing straight off 10. And today Fisker down but was up. Look at this. There's the 10 bounce again off Fisker, straight back to the upside and now moving a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe there's something about this 10. Here comes AMC. We got a bid low side 48 to get out of a little bit of this. We're in the money now or flat enough anyways. So here it comes. If we can get this bid, we'll get a little bit out and then we'll see how much lower this thing wants to go before maybe popping up. The imbalance has saved us with no real interest on close for this name.
Yeah, that's obviously going to be the key here. Now, with time running down here, like we always say, we do have to be flat by the end of the day, all jokes aside. We're getting a bit of a rollover potentially here off MVIs. I don't need this breaking back up to VWAP, so I'm going to tighten things up to about 2050 or so and continue to do that. At 355, I will tighten up again, but still holding on to that short. And then 80 MP, I don't really have a choice. It's a penny stock, and it's essentially flat right now. I'm going to start taking it out down around this 97. Doesn't look like we're going to get follow through. So for anyone watching this name, the fact that it actually isn't crashing here is a bit of a good sign. Still couldn't retake a buck, so I think I'll be on the other side of this one going into next week as long as it's southbound of that. AMC starting to come a little bit to that downside, trying to break 48. I don't know if I want to stand in front of the train. I liked it before 350. I don't think I like standing in front of the downside train going minutes before the close. That's too much against the momentum in the short term. So going to start getting flat for me. Might be trading Pixie, but I don't really see too much happening for me in AMC.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take a little bid here on AMC, so there we'll get that out for $1 winner, and now we'll watch it fall down, guys. Look where our price is, 49.16. Again, it's an average price. Our average price was 48 to begin with, so you guys know that. We've talked about that. Where my average price was 48. We cashed some out at 48.50. That was a loser. Then we got some out for flat. Then we just took 20 cents, which is absolutely nothing. But as we get closer here, I do have bids a lot lower now. So let's wait to see where we flush out to now on this name. I got a bid at 47 bottom. And then we'll see if we can't take it out. But here we go, man. We made that money again on AMC, and we talk about it all the time. We're going to try to go both ways as much as possible. Someone's saying, yeah, I'm basically 6 feet flat, so almost right on 6 feet. So that's how tall I am. I don't know how. This all started with Skilo there, but that's
he's
how
like
tall.
5'2" or something.
Yeah, exactly. So we're all right there. We'll watch AMC, and hopefully AMC. Okay, my bid, man, right now, 47.02.
Oh my God, it's going to hit 47.
Don't tell me we're going to bounce off this level here, and I'm not going to get that. I'm going to miss it by 10 cents.
I got to do it.
AMC, come on, come down, hit those 47s, and then we'll just dance around and we'll be happy and enjoy. I'm enjoying the weekend anyways. We're at the highest spot we've been at all day. Just go down a couple more pennies. What are we waiting for, man? I'm just going to get this out.
Okay, man, I was kind of like talking myself out of doing it, but I mean, this is what the plan was going to be, and it's still a couple of minutes to 55, so I have taken it in front of 47. I was basically executing this dip buy, all morning long, and then also a little bit in the afternoon, so it's hard for me not to take a shot here. Late in the day, I had to go with a tighter stop. I'd normally give this to like a 46, think about getting a few more shares in, but this is a quick scalp off of 47. Quickly takes them off in front of 47.50, try to get the rest out at 48.5. Now, some of you might be saying, yeah, but if it bounces off that level, aren't you going to get one of those like 4 p.m. potential like runners? Yeah, that's true. Like I can't benefit from that. I got to be flat by 4 o'clock. I can't really hold that for some 4 o'clock run that maybe does take you to 50. So I'm going to make this trade really, really quick. It's the last little dip buy. I was probably going to take off that idea in a minute or so and not going to do it if it was 355, but it did give you that flush, 50, hold that 47 level. I mean, 48.25, 48.50, that should be a reasonable target because we only got 5 minutes to go. Brennan?
Fun fact I just saw, guys. I'll pass along to everyone here on the SPY. The SPY is the S&P ETF that you can trade along with the market. This guy's actually made an all-time high today. So the overall S&P 500 did not. We're very close. We're right there. But the ETF itself, the SPY, actually hit all-time highs today, guys.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the market's just ripping upside. People are asking, so shoe size, 13. We'll leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so you asked, it is what it is. I mean, I'll show you what it is. Valeria, you can come see the shoe size right now if you want to. But it is what it is. Just, well, what's so funny? Okay, let's go. AMC now. What's up, Miss V? How are you? We sit beside each other, so that's what I'm saying. You just look down and see. Okay, yeah, see? You see how those are those big or what? Those are pretty. Uh-oh. Okay, don't do that. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's just keep going. This show has gone.
It's a good thing I got out of AMC just now because
this show is
for a split second, my head is
now.
down. I'm like forgetting that I'm actually in an AMC trade. Look, guys, I got out at 48 there when it tried to break. It couldn't go anywhere, but. It's getting off the rails. It's a Friday. It's been an unbelievably wild week. You guys have all seen
we have a $2
here.
winner right now, and we'll go Superman over Valeria here too, because there's a nice little win right there for this. It's going to break back up through 48. I'm going to put my stop at 48.50, clean up the $1.50 on this one, and then just celebrate, man. We're going to have some fun tonight. The wife's already sent me a couple bottles that she wants me to pick up. Wine bottles, guys, on that one. So we're going to just have a great day. Drink fun time, man. A $2 winner. We're at the highest spot we've been at all day. I told you we crushed it on Wednesday. We're very close to beating. I mean, I've had 3 days in a row where my net is like bang, 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 bang right here. So we love this kind of trading, and we love our fans, guys. Thank you for joining us, man. This has been a fun afternoon.
Yeah, I'm going to basically get all flat here. This is what you got to do. It's at that time of day. Why not? I got some stop orders that I got to cancel here because in all of this absolute nonsense, I have totally forgotten that I had some stop triggers that I liked. I'm going to watch, obviously I'm going to be watching AMC going into this close. And I'm really curious to see if it has a bounce into that 50 level or can carry through that price. I mean, that would be a big thing for me. Like, can this thing actually carry through like 50 in the aftermarket, which it doesn't seem entirely likely at this point. I mean, I'm hanging on to that penny stock if only because there's like so much liquidity. I don't really have to worry too much about it. But with only a couple of minutes to go, thank you guys for having a lot of fun with us. I mean, it's been absolutely fantastic, guys. We have a blast. We are live trading, so every now and then maybe it goes a little bit too far. Like I've a couple of times sort of forgotten the position when we get out of hand a few times, but thankfully not today. I think AMC is going to be a bit of a barcode going into this close, but you got to keep in mind the volume was only 300 million today on options expiration. That's half of what it was doing in the previous sessions. That could be a bit of a bearish sign coming into next week, although pullbacks, I suppose, are healthy.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. And hopefully you liked some of that banter back and forth. Let's just do a quick likes check. Only 452 likes. We can't get that to 1,000. I think we probably have deserved that today. If you can hit the like button, that would be great. But we only have 2 minutes to go. So stay tuned after the show. We'll do our trade of the day. Our trade of the day has been a very, very celebrated video that we've done. And we're pretty proud to do those for you. So, join in, log in, stay. It's just going to flip over. Don't do anything. Just wait here after the show. go, and then it'll flip over to the trade of the day, and you can see me talk about Ford a little bit there, and hopefully have some fun with that as well. Okay, so 48. We only have a minute and a half left. I'm holding out, so I'm bidding 47.20. If that comes down, great. If not, man, we'll get out at 48.50. So 48.50 is where we're going to get out. But now we only have a minute and a half left. So here we come to the downside now. Maybe we just take this $2 on AMC and flat it out. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to cancel everything and just get out of this AMC right now, guys, at 48. There it is. Bang, a nice little $2 winner to end the day, guys. We're at the highest spot we've been at all day. It's a monster day again today. Thank you for watching.
Obviously, guys, it's been a fun one for you, and it's probably going to get interesting at the end because I know Randy's on the bell, so it will be nothing normal. As Sean said, and this is important, guys, Sean's going to be going over that Ford trade. Things go fast, and we get kind of crazy. You get a chance to hear him break it down in slower terms, which is a lot of fun. So as we get ready for that little bit of a breakdown to end the week, thank you guys so much for all the support. Hit that like and subscribe if you can. And don't forget about the Q&A, which is next week where Arun's going to be coming through. Ask us anything you want. We will tell you our favorite movies if you want to know about them. Whether or not you agree with me, you probably won't because I'm a nerd. I doubt it. Randy, get ready to ring the bell. Please don't break it. We haven't paid for the thing yet. I'm absolutely kidding. We have. And do something about that mask. Like, it's clearly ridiculous. You got to put it on properly. We try to run a clean ship around here because we got a pandemic here, Randy. Give me a break. 10 seconds to go. Let's drop the bell. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. It is the weekend. Let's get this party started. 2 and 1.
That's it.
Yes.
So you may notice, thank you, Randy.
That was probably loud for Pratt.
Have a fantastic weekend, Randy. Great job today. And thank you for creating some of the environment here.
Sorry.
It definitely helps, Randy. Thank you so much for that. The other thing about this is we're not going to be too long here because you're going to flip you over into that trade of the day, but another successful one. Hope all you guys, best of luck. Anybody holding AMC over the weekend, who knows where we're going to be come Monday, but it's definitely going to be a fun one, I'll tell you that much. Brendan, how did we wind up there, bud?
Yeah, fun week. We wrapped up pretty positive. Let's have a look here, guys. 0.8% for the S&P, half for the Dow, about 1.7 there for the NASDAQ. Nice bounce back day for the NASDAQ. Crypto's a little negative to end off the week after Elon Musk taking control of the world again, guys.
Yeah, don't worry about Elon. We're good. It's a buying opportunity. That's how they all are.
We'll bring Randy back. People still want that segment, Randy. So hopefully you can work on
Maybe
something and we'll get that back. We can talk about the Volkswagens being now here in Canada, some of those electric vehicles coming through. But guys, I just hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much to you've seen them already today. We'll show them again. Sans Rob. Rob's not here, working on stuff in the back. Thank you, Maggie, Lucas, and Randy, of course, for that. Miss V, thank you so much for everything. Neil, have yourself a fantastic weekend, of course. Same to you, Brendan, and same to all of you out there. So from the Trader TV family, guys, stay tuned for our trade of the week, trade of the day, and we will see you next week. Have a great weekend. Ciao.
Bye, guys.
Bye.